Is this a cheat code to looking your best? There is a TikTok trend currently going around that says that the weight of your face could determine what type of makeup is best for you. And by weight, they don't mean how heavy, they mean how pronounced your features are, how large or small your features are, and how full those features are on your face. If you have larger features, you're more likely to be someone with a high visual weight face. But if you have smaller features, you probably have a low visual weight face. This might sound like nonsense, and I understand that, but there might be a little bit of method to the madness. So let's have a little quiz. If we remember that high visual weight faces have larger features and low visual weight faces have smaller features, can you guess what I might be? Yep, low. So let's look at someone like Dua Lipa. What might she be? Yep, high. Then let's look at Hailey Bieber. She, like me, is low. Or someone like Simone Ashley. Yep, another low. Finally, Michaela Cole. If you said high, you are completely correct. I'm gonna put my face on as a low visual weight person, and hopefully that will help explain more. So I'm gonna start with the Erborian Centella Cream and the Say Glowy Primer. I like to mix these together. I feel like it gives you a really glowy, natural finish. And with any priming products or moisturizer, you want to make sure that you're really working it into your skin before you go in with any makeup. It just means that it will adhere better and it will stop that slip that can happen if there's just too much oil on the surface of the skin. And now I'm going to do my base. And because I'm a low visual weight person, the thing I want most for my base is to look really skin-like. I don't want there to be any elements of full coverage or mask-looking like foundation. So let's start with concealer. This is the Kosas Revealer Concealer and the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Concealer. So because I'm going for a more natural finish, I'm gonna look at the areas of my face that need some color correcting or some concealing. I'm not just gonna dot it everywhere. Sweeping it up like this at the outer eye will also make sure that my overall effect is a very lifted, natural looking finish. And this might seem kind of weird, but I actually prefer to do my concealer with a little fluffy brush like this, which is technically an eyeshadow brush, but I really like it for making sure the product I put on stays in the place I need it. You'll notice it's not fully blended, and that isn't what this brush is for. It's just to make sure that the majority of what I've laid down is still in the place I laid it down. After that, I will use a bigger, fluffier brush to really get it into my skin. And then the excess concealer that's left on my brush, I can take up onto my forehead, and that means I'm not depositing too much up there. Next, foundation. This is the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick, and like this high and low weight visual trend, this has been going viral on TikTok too. It's quite an interesting shape. It's a triangle, and that means that you can get it into these areas here underneath your eye, around your nose, but also larger areas of the face too. Again, I don't want to go in too much with the application and then struggle to blend it in to look natural. So instead, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I use a similar brush to what I did my concealer with to really buff in my foundation. This is the Hourglass brush. And whatever's left on the brush, straight onto the neck. What's nice is because we haven't gone too heavy on the foundation and concealer, you can still see the glow from the primer and the moisturizer mix that we made coming through on the skin, which I think is just beautiful if I say so myself. And then for a little bit of color, I could use a really soft eyebrow pencil. In this case, it would be brown. Even though my eyebrows are very dark, going a shade lighter can make it look slightly more natural. But this Merit brow pomade in the shade Black Brown, which is a very dark brown verging on black color, means I can fill in the ends where I have a little bit more gapping without making it look like I've really gone in with the eyebrow pencil. And I'm staying away from the fronts of my eyebrows because I think that's where you can really tell when you've tried to add a little bit too much color. Now for bronzer. And I think with natural looking makeup, cream textures are always going to be the best to really sink into your skin and look soft and diffused. So you want to pick a bronzer that's not too far away from your natural color. And because we're doing natural makeup, we're not trying to contour. I'm not going underneath my cheekbone looking to carve it out. I'm going on top of my cheekbone to look like a tan. And this is the one thing I do actually like to apply to my forehead directly, because I think that is the easiest way to look like you have a believable tan and not just like you've gone to town on your cheekbones. Straight down the nose and a little bit under the jaw. And a bigger brush like this will help diffuse the colour across your face and warm up your entire face rather than just having very straight lines of bronze. The thing that is going to make our blush look the most natural, which is what we're going for as low visual weight people, is to pick something that is not too far away from your natural flush colour, and preferably for me is a cream formula. This is the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks blush in the shade Petal, and this is the Makeup by Mario's Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in Rose Crush. And there are two ways you can apply this. One, you can take the stick like this, which is what I like to do, and pop it up here, where you might naturally get a flush on the top of your cheekbones, but also straight over the nose. The other alternative would be to take a cream blush like this and a brush like this from Jones Road. This is the Everything brush, and you dab it into the product and then put it on your face. If you're scared of getting too much pigment deposited, this is an easy way to do it. Going up onto your temples and slightly above your brow bone can also make it look a little bit more believable. For eyes, we want nothing too dramatic and nothing that's too sharp. Curling your eyelashes is a non-negotiable. It makes the world of difference. When I want it to look like my eyelashes but better, I always pick a tubing mascara. This lengthens the lash without adding any of the clumpiness that can be a telltale sign you're wearing mascara. And if you like a little bit of definition on the bottom but you find that black is too harsh, a brown mascara can help to frame your eye without adding any darkness underneath. Finally, lips. First, I like to start by taking a highlighter. This is the Westman Atelier Lit Up Stick in the shade Brûlée. And I take it just on the top of my lip and here on the top of my nose. Even though we're doing natural makeup, we can mimic the areas where light would naturally hit. For lip liner, you want to stick to something that is close to your lip and will not read as makeup. For that, I have 3 options, all of which are brown, earthy pinks. These 2 by Jones Road, and this one by Kylie Cosmetics. I'm gonna use the Jones Road pencil in Nude Rose because I think it's the perfect shade of brown and pink to look like it could believably be my lip line. I like to follow Makeup by Mario's method, where you stay inside your lip line on the outer edges of your bottom and upper lips. You slightly overline the middle of your bottom lip and your Cupid's bow. And now I'm just going to take it slightly outside the lip line, but only in the center. Finally, for really natural looking lips with a little bit of color, a balm formula that has some pigment in it will help give you that sheer coverage that won't read too much like heavy lipstick. And again, a color that is close to the lip liner you've chosen, which should be close to your lip color, will be best. And that's my low visual weight makeup on my low visual weight face. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.